to a hostile environment. These fans are ready to knock them off course. Motion from the back. Gonna run it. It's Clark. Turning it on. Got enough for the first. Building momentum. Picking up a chunk of yardage. Chains out to the 34.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
Lining up from the 34 on first down. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Now, Western Michigan.
Really want to try to pick up at least half of the yardage needed on 1st and 10. The give to the back. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2. Let's talk for just a moment about Western Michigan. One of the big stories coming into this year was the rising temperature of the coach's seat, and the process of cooling things off starts now.
All offseason, this coach has said the right things. I'm not worried about it. I'm not focused on it. I'm just worried about our team. But, David, let's be real. He's got to win games. There is an expectation at this program to win, and if he doesn't start fast this year, That hot seat's only going to get hot.
No, and then the chirping starts, and everybody's going to be talking about his job. The pressure builds, and then what happens? Sometimes you lose the locker room. So important to get off to a good start. Try to quiet some of those haters and some of those doubters.
The Broncos have it with a 1st and 10. Sends it back in motion. The toss sweep to the right. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And you don't always see tosses into the boundary. Most people want to go to the wide side of the field. Defense was ready. Not as much space when you go wide out there, but more importantly, the defense doing a great job winning, setting the edge, running to the football, shutting a toss down.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. The option look. He'll pitch it. There he goes. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. All right, guys, let's talk a little Western Michigan. They found some success on the recruiting trail, got a top 25 class. Now the question is, what can they do with it?
It's a top 25 class. It's not littered with a bunch of 5-star blue-chip prospects. They've got guys they feel like they can develop down the road. But, David, the big question is, how long is it going to take?
Yeah, and sometimes when you get that top 25 class, you also found some diamonds in the rough. And then some guys that have some potential that get developed. So, interested to see how they do in developing these guys.
I'll tell you, this defensive end, not only can he pass rush, but he can play the run as well. You see him beat the offensive lineman there trying to block him and get in the backfield to make that tackle for loss. That was impressive.
On the option. On the move at the 30. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22.
And that's a play you may look back on when this thing's all said and done as a key play in the game. 4th down, one the offense absolutely has got to be able to come up with. And I love the play call because you're going option and you're putting it on your quarterback to make the right decision. The pitch guy was where the ball had to go, and he's able to use his speed just enough to pick up the first.
On the ground, it's Clark. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a 1st down.
This opening drive has been all offense. Really good job, nice scripted plays, taking advantage, strung together a nice series. But here's all that matters for defense. We don't even care about yards anymore. Can I keep him out of the end zone? Great job right here. Step up, get a stop, force him either to kick a field goal or get no points, and this drive is still a success.
It's a veteran defense. They've seen option before. They were prepared to see it in this game, and you're seeing it on that play right there. Everybody doing a great job with assignment football, staying in their gaps, accounting for anyone who can have the football. They were ready for the pitch guy that time, and they're able to make a quick stop.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They'll come to the line just 1 yard shy of the goal line on 3rd down. Into the end zone he goes. They'll send the back in motion. Running to Green. Got enough for the first. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
You know, you talk so much about QBs, right, and having to make really good decisions. There's a great example. He didn't see anybody open downfield. He didn't hesitate for 1 second. He put his head down, and he took off and went running and generated an explosive play for the offense.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
You know, when you're running counter, those offensive linemen crashing down, they've got to be able to pin those interior D linemen. They couldn't get it done there. They gave up too much penetration, and that led to the tackle for loss.
Toss sweep right. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on 3rd and long from the 41. From the gun, wants to pass. Grabbed behind the line, it's Hester. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. And the Broncos will punt this one away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. And that Western Michigan has it back as they send the offense onto the field. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job.
Breaks into the open. Ripping off the huge gain down to the 17-yard line. The Broncos, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. On the option. And he runs into a wall. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Now on the option. Quick toss. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And I think that time the quarterback made the wrong read. He was trying to pitch it. He didn't have to, though. There was a lot of green grass and space out in front of him. If he just holds on to that football, he might not score a touchdown. He's definitely going to be able to at least get positive yards. I think that's a play on the option the quarterback would like to have back.
Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team. He splits the... Guys, we're about to get another look at this Western Michigan offense. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, Dave.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
Calls his own number. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard. 3rd play of the drive, and they need to make something happen here on 3rd and long. He's looking to throw. Quarterback strolling away from heat. Got his man on the right. Corralled and forced out of bounds. Mark it right at the 16-yard line, and man, are they in business. And the Broncos will line it up on 1st and 10. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Read option, and he'll keep it running right. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
And I love that decision by this quarterback. No monkeying around, man. Get to the spot, get the 1st down, lower your shoulder. I don't need a big play. I just want another set of downs. Nice job running the option, knowing where the 1st down marker is.
They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have 1 remaining in the half. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Slams it ahead. Touchdown, Western Michigan. How about this back staying on track? Great place to start for this offense. The give to the tailback. And they didn't get it forward an inch. Defense wins the battle up front.
And when you play defensive end, it's all about getting off the football. You can tell, gets off the football really fast, gets in the backfield, gets the running back before he knows what hit him. What a play by the defensive end.
Showed off just about every move in the book, except the forward move. Stopped for a short gain. Things look great with that field position a few plays ago, but now it's 3rd and 6. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Finds his big tight end. Working their way closer and closer. A 3rd down conversion, and they've got it at the 26. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. Down to the 26-yard line and a 1st down. Wants to go up top on 1st down. He's got the back in the middle. Now the connection takes it to the 11. This freshman quarterback is slinging it out there to pick up that 1st down. The new popular phrase for a favored team not really coming out of the gates quickly is that they're playing with their food. There are a lot of peas being pushed around the plate right now, guys. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Broncos! Offense gets set for 2nd down. Here comes the option. They can't corral the pit. Racing down the left side. Touchdown, Green Wave. This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone. The Western Michigan offense ready to go back to work. I know they've put up really good numbers on offense, but, David, they're starting to feel a little game pressure right now.
Exactly. That scoreboard's starting to get a little bit tired cutting into that lead. Now, you know every possession matters, Palmer. A little pressure for this offense.
Yeah, and so you can't get tight, right? The best players on this offense now need to step up and start making plays. You got to identify where those one-on-ones are.
Last run didn't get much. Ball's at their own 26. Here's 2nd and 9. Goes to the option. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
When you play the option and you play this responsibility football, sometimes your eyes can get lost. They didn't on that play. Nice job honing in, getting in there.
Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Takes it the other way. Touchdown, Green Wave. Takes the handoff. It's Hester. Crosses the 30 to the 31, a 6-yard gain. The Broncos with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. They'll run the toss. Powers through the defender. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the 2nd half. Like coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. And the Broncos decide to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He couldn't find much running room. Western Michigan has it back as they send the offense onto the field. Last time they had it, didn't pick up a 1st down. Let's see if they can put something together here. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wonder maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. He'll ride his man on the option. Now the pitch. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
This offense is perfectly fine with a little game because they're going to make you tackle this all game long. They're going to make you think all game long. So they'll keep running it ad nauseum and just wait for that one opportunity when you don't do your assignment.
They'll run the option. How about that defense getting back there? He'll lose a couple. The Broncos will send out the punt unit. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And nobody able to handle that punt. They'll let it bounce and roll out of bounds.
Personal foul.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. This offense has a 1st and 10. They are flat bailed out by the defensive penalty. On the option. Quarterback on the keeper. He'll get it inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39 before he goes out of bounds.
Well, this defense knew coming into the game they were going to see the option, and they didn't know exactly how it was going to look specifically. They've seen it a few times early in this game. They've given up some yards, but it looks like they're clamping down on it now, guys, and we know they've got speed. They can go sideline to sideline. Really nice job that time. Getting hats over to the football, getting to the pitch man in the perimeter of the field, and getting him down on the ground.
And, you know, big chunks like this don't happen unless you commit to the run game. You got to get those big boys up front into the game, understanding I want to knock people off the football, create some holes like you do here for my running back, make the game easy.
Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks for the first down.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
Doing damage on the ground as he runs it down to the 11-yard line.
This offense is just like Novocaine. Like, just give it time. It just keeps working. It's a slow death, right? Like, they continue to just chip away. Nice first down play. Nice read. Get it to the pitch man. Sets up a great second down opportunity.
And he's run out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they keep him out of the end zone for the moment.
Well, you're down here in the red zone. You know you've got to be able to run the football, so good call going with the toss play. Nice blocking up front, and good patience by the back finding his crease.
They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
So on offense, you've got to find a way to put 6 up on the board. You know that in this game, field goals may not get it done. So big-time players make big plays in big games. Who can you rely on right now to get you a touchdown?
They'll run the option. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
Playing the option, man, consistently playing responsibility football. Nice job by the defense being where they're supposed to be. This option will just keep giving it to you over and over and over again, and you got to pass those tests.
They keep nudging it closer, but now it's 3rd and goal from the 1. Dropping back, it's Hamilton. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
That's a phenomenal job getting after the quarterback and getting a hit on him to affect his accuracy, because if they didn't get the pressure, that was going to be a touchdown. He had a guy wide open in the end zone. That was a golden opportunity, but the defense comes up big.
So the offense will try to punch it in here on 4th and goal from the 1. Gets the back moving. He's not going to get there. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with a first down. The option look. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that just looked off. The timing, the rhythm, I don't know what it was, but usually that option, man, it's so precise, right? Like really quickly making a read, and you could tell they weren't on the same page. It went absolutely nowhere. Defense won that rep.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. A field goal attempt from here would be 54 yards. They'd love to pick up a few on 3rd down. Skips away from pressure. He'll throw it. That's caught. It's Hester. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
That's why as a defense, you feel okay playing man coverage on 3rd down, because you know you've got linebackers and you've got players on your defense that can cover these dangerous running backs mano-a-mano. Nice job tackling in the open field.
It's not always easy, and it's not always easy to call a basic play on 4th down, but it is when you convert it. You've called this play so many times, had so much success. This was a day 1 install in fall camp. Nice, successful run on 4th down.
We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, they try to go quarterback design run on that play, but the defense just not buying it. Nice job, everybody playing downhill and making a tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
Might be calling a hot route. Motion from the back. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
And I think that time he was trusting his pocket awareness and his arm a little bit too much. You've got to remember, you're one of the best athletes in the country playing the position. If you see a crease, you've just got to take off and get it.
Quarterback keeper. Oh, no, the ball popped out. This could change things. Everybody needs a little luck, and the offense just got it by falling on that fumble. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. It's good. Guys, we're about to get another look at this Western Michigan offense. Guys, that last trip, a little disappointing having to take the 3.
Yeah, and I think, Jesse, you see so many offenses talk about getting yards and the tempo and all the stuff they do. There's a nice job.
Oh, he's got some space. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the first down. They're trying to crease them off the left tackle. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. And the Broncos come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Toss sweep to the left. Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into 4th down. The punt team makes its way onto the field. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Coverage team able to put a stop to that. Now looks as if they'll settle for the field goal try. They'll use the timeout 6